This is Nick with Bill Brothers Roofing. Started my digital inspection at 4387 Illinois Street out here in the North Park neighborhood of San Diego. We're on top of a flat roof. This is a torch down modified bitumen material. We got a lot of ponding on this roof. So all these dark areas, that's where all that water accumulates whenever it rains, and it brings all the debris to that area and just sits. So on a flat roof, it's obviously very important to make sure that the material is installed correctly, that it's the correct material, and that if there is ponding on the roof, that we're using material that is going to be able to withstand that ponding. Now, torch down will last for a certain amount of years, typically around 15 to 20 years or so is the life expectancy you're going to get out of it. But when it comes to situations like this where we have a lot of ponding, if those seams don't have enough bleed out, if there's any failure on those seams in these areas, then we're going to end up with leaks. And so I found a couple loose seams in this area, but you can see that there's not a whole lot of bleed out going on between these seams. So what we do want to do is come out and just basically reseal off these areas. We do have a couple areas where the material is starting to loosen up, as you can see. So these seams are starting to go, and this is an area where water does accumulate. So the property owner sent me some pictures of this area, and it looks like leaks are coming from right on this corner, and that lines up with exactly with what we found. So again, you can see more areas where this water just accumulates. We've got some more leaks coming from this section as well. So I want to point out a few areas where I think that might be occurring. But again, just like the last area, we have a situation where a lot of water just sits and sits and sits and sits. And over time, no matter what, that water is going to end up finding its way into the property, especially on a material like this. And if those seams aren't as welded off as well as they should, if there wasn't enough heat that was applied when installing this material, then again, that water will end up finding its way. So I got some loose seams over here where all this water accumulates, as you can tell. So water's definitely coming in through this area, so we can go ahead and fix that spot as well. We have some more in this corner. Again, all this water is just accumulating, and then we have these loose seams. So those are all recipes for leaks. The rest of the roof looks to be in pretty decent shape, right? It's not that old of a roof. The material looks to be in pretty good shape. Now, again, there are some of these loose seams that need to be resealed, so we can go ahead and do what we call just a roof tune-up. We'll come out, we'll reseal off some of these seams just to kind of prolong the life expectancy of the roof. Now, if that does not work, then at that point, we can talk about some more permanent repairs, or even possibly replace the material that's on this roof for something that has a little bit more longevity on it. But again, this roof is still in good shape. The material should last another 10 plus years. I don't see any issues with that. Looks like we just need a little maintenance and upkeep to make sure that the areas that are leaking stop. That's it for my inspection.